Diablo Cody's back with another horror movie. Let's review Lisa Frankenstein. Lisa Frankenstein stars Catherine Newton, Cole Sprouse, and is directed by Zelda Williams. What's up, guys? Welcome to a brand new 2024 review for Lisa Frankenstein. I saw the trailer for this one when I was doing my most anticipated of 2024, and it immediately caught my eye. But the real thing that caught my eye was Diablo Cody. Huge fan of her work with Jennifer's Body. I like Juno as well. She's just a very witty, and not just witty, but unique writer. And to be able to have a writing style that is almost immediately identifiable, no easy feat in Hollywood. And I can tell you right now, with this movie, it's completely Diablo Cody. And I think if you're not a fan of her work, then you're probably not gonna like this movie. But if you love her type of writing, then I think there's a good chance you will like this movie. I actually liked it quite a bit. Didn't love it, but I definitely liked it.
I want to help you, but Taffy says it's a waste of time to try and fix a boy. It's better just accept a guy's flaws. Oh, that's so cute. I have an idea. There are bad people out there. Come on, Lisa.
It'll feel good.
So anyway, let's get going with a quick plot synopsis. Our main character is Lisa, played by Catherine Newton, who is on fire lately. Actually, she was in Freaky a couple years ago. She's been in quite a few other things. She's just very eccentric, which is perfect for a Diablo movie. But she had a recent tragedy. Her mother was killed by an axe murderer. Yes, so her father has moved on and he married this other woman, played by Carla Gugino. We always love Carla Gugino. She's great. She's really funny in this. She's sort of like the wicked stepmother. But Lisa is very strange because she has kind of a fixation on this dead guy. And the dead guy comes back to life. The dead guy is played by Cole Sprouse, and it's probably one of the most unique acting jobs for an actor that I've seen because he doesn't really talk that much at all. He comes out completely just covered in, like you don't even see his face, right? He almost looks like just a freaking dirt dauber. Throughout the movie, there are deaths, and it's sort of like what they do in like Hellraiser and The Mummy and all these other movies where the more they kill, the more he can become more of a person. But it's sort of a love story along the way. I'll say this right now. Remember the movie Warm Bodies that came out a few years ago, and that was a zombie movie? I mean, he's pretty much like a zombie type character in the movie. So it's sort of the same thing, but I think that was supposed to be like a zombie love story. That's what this is. I think this is much better than Warm Bodies. It suits that role, that story, like a dark, romantic horror story with a good mix of horror comedy. Definitely some strong comparisons to like Edward Scissorhands, especially like in the neighborhood. The characters in this neighborhood, how they're all very eccentric. You could tell that they definitely borrowed a lot from Tim Burton. Now, I will say, it did take a while to really get going and get the footing with this because they're trying heavily to lean on the comedy. And I'm going to admit, a lot of it doesn't land for like the first 20, 30 minutes of the movie. And I almost kind of gave up on it. And I thought, okay, this one's not going to be a good Diablo movie. But I'd say as soon as Cole Sprouse, he doesn't really have a name, comes into the movie, then it starts getting a little bit more, like it doesn't come in like with a bang, but it slowly and gradually builds upon itself. And it doesn't really depend so much on the jokes, but those jokes actually get funnier throughout the movie. It's almost like the story lays the tracks in front of itself and it just gets better and better as it goes along. But I think the main pro about this movie is the relationship between Lisa and the corpse. I'll just call him the corpse. It is endearing, and it's really screwed up in a weird way because of the nature of it. Let's just put it this way. There's moments where she has to like cut off certain appendages from some of the victims so he can have those appendages, like say an ear, so he can have an ear, a hand. You get the idea. And I do really enjoy, Diablo Cody's writing and the quirkiness of this script. Having said that, though, this movie's definitely not perfect. I kind of touched on it in, you know, the first like 30 minutes of it. It does take a good bit. Like you need to be invested in this to really get going. But I think there's some payoff there, and eventually you grab onto the story and you're fully invested, which is nice. You can't help but compare this to like Jennifer's Body because it's horror. Jennifer's Body is just much more accessible and quippy, and the jokes land. The jokes are hilarious. I don't think there was a single moment in this movie where I was like laughing out loud like I was in Jennifer's Body. So I'd say Jennifer's Body is definitely a better movie, but I will say I think this movie's going to find its audience eventually. I don't think it's going to be a hit, and I wager that it's probably not getting the best reviews, but I actually liked it. I did like it quite a bit. So I could see this garnering a cult following down the road, but I don't think it's going to land for audiences immediately. But I like Diablo Cody. I got where they were going with this script, and I liked the quirkiness of the characters. So I'm giving this a high humdrum right now, and I'll definitely watch it again because I'm curious to see what my reaction would be the second viewing. Great performances by Kathryn Newton and Cole Sprouse, though. They really brought their A game. So, have you seen Lisa Frankenstein? Let me know down in the comments. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Also, be sure to come over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day and every day. And on Fridays, we do Free Fun Fridays. Follow me at Drumdums on my socials. Support me on Patreon. Become a channel member. Buy me a coffee. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Drumdum out.